Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about feminine energy. I want to have a girl chat. I want to talk about holding standards and what else? What else wanted to talk about? Oh, why it's important to know what it is that you want. Not no one else, not what he wants, what they want, but what you want. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. And so yeah, if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Like I said, in this video, I want to talk about feminine energy. I want to talk about knowing what it is you want and holding your standards. And I want to talk about it specifically because I watched a TikTok last night, and it was about a gentleman. Okay, the woman asked the gentleman to explain what it is that she's supposed to do, because she's like, if I make a lot of money and I am into my career, that's intimidating to men. And if I want to stay home with the kids and cultivate a home, I'm considered a gold digger. I can't win. And okay, so I was a little like taken aback by that, because it's almost as if you're putting your power into someone else's hands, right? But it's like, I can't win because I don't know what it is they want. And I couldn't, I was interested to see what the gentleman was going to respond, and he pretty much said something along the lines of, you know, you need to find someone that aligns with your values, which I agree with. But the thing that I was just kind of surprised that that was even a question, saying that you can't win with men because you don't know what they want. And the problem is with that is that you need to know what it is that you want, okay? What it is that you want. Now, feminine energy, this is not going to be the most articulate video, I can already tell you, because this is more a girl chat, it's more relaxed. I kind of am just doing a response off of that TikTok. So feminine energy is desire. Feminine energy is expansion, it's growth. It's knowing what you want at the end of the day. Like, I think it's important, and I said this in another video, we often look to men as like, what is it that you want? Let me know what it is you want so I can conform to your desire. No, that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. Know what it is that you want and hold to that. Hold to the vision, hold to your standards, hold to your desire. And, you know, when you're coming from a place of like, I can't win, what is winning? It's competition, right? It's about competing with other people. And when you're competing as a feminine energy creature, if you're embracing your femininity and you're worried about competing and winning, that's masculine energy. Competition and winning and all that stuff, that's masculine energy. And if you come from a place of competition, you're not going to win. Honestly, in my opinion, knowing what you want and holding to that and holding to your standards is the way to play it. That is the feminine way to play it. You know, masculine energy is more competition and things, especially if you're seeking a masculine energy man, a man that embraces his masculinity. You coming from a place of competition and winning, whether it's with him or you think you're competing with other women, that is masculine energy. Do not come from a place of masculine energy, especially if you're looking for a masculine energy man. Like, for real, like, hold to your standards. And like, I see this a lot too with women, and they say this thing like, oh, I have to put out, I have to do certain things that are not in alignment with my integrity and things like that, because I'm having to compete with other women and other women are doing it. I'm like, no, you are not competing. You are not competing. You hold a standard, hold your standards, And that's it. That's it. Like, they either rise to the occasion or they're not your man. They are not your man. And I don't want to come off like I don't, but sometimes I think that this just needs to be said. Like, you're trying to win a man. No, no, no. We're not trying to win people here. Is you hold your standards and know what it is that you want. What do you want in a partner? Not like I'm trying to conform me for that. What it is that you want. If you want to be a more masculine energy woman and have a more feminine energy man, that's fine. That's fine too. But know what it is that you want. And if you're watching my stuff, if you're watching my videos, I'm assuming that you're wanting more of a masculine energy man and you're wanting to embrace your feminine energy. Um, you know, that's it. And I don't want, and so when I saw that video, I just thought it was interesting that that was even a question. I thought that was interesting that that was even a question where I was like, I can't win because men are intimidated by my success, and if I want to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm considered a gold digger. Like, if someone considers you a gold digger, if someone is intimidated by you, they're not your man. That it's as simple as that. It's not about you conforming to the wheels of people. It's about knowing what it is you want and desire and own it. Own your desire. Now, I said this on my channel. I've talked about embracing my femininity. I wanted a certain dynamic for my relationship, especially when it came to power coupling. I feel like you can do more together than you can do separate. I wanted a certain dynamic. And if a man did not meet that, or he told me I was crazy, or he laughed at me, or whatever, he just wasn't my man. That didn't mean I lowered my standard. I had people tell me that that was an antiquated way to think. I had people tell me what I wanted doesn't exist. And I'm not talking about men, I'm talking about women. Okay? I'm talking about women told me these things. But that's what I wanted. And I held to my desire, I held to the vision, and that's how my relationship is now. I got what I wanted. And whatever it is that you desire for your life, hold to the desire, hold to your standards, and hold to your desire, hold to your vision, and it will be yours. And so don't lower your standards, don't conform to other people's wills. Hold your standard and what feels good to you. Now, I think it's important to talk about these things because I feel like, people have the right to want what they want. And they can talk about it on podcasts and videos, just like I'm doing. They can talk about these things about wanting what they want, and that is okay. But the thing is, what is it that you want? Be clear on that. What it is that you want. Not what you've been conditioned to think that you want. Okay, and that's another thing right there. What have you been conditioned to think that you want? And see, the problem is that we don't think for ourselves. That was a big thing in Earl Nightingale. He had a talk, and it was called The Strangest Secret, which was the first secret, the strangest secret, and how people do not think for themselves. Thinking for yourself is so important because no one else is going to live your life. Okay? No one else is going to live your life. You're going to live your life. So you're going to have to feel the feelings. You're going to have to contend with the things that you're going to have to contend with. It's going to be on you. And so how do you want to feel? Listen, I was conditioned in a way where it's like I thought that I had to be independent, I had to do everything myself, and da 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 da. I didn't like how that felt. And honestly, I wouldn't like how it feels now. Like, that's not how I really truly, if I really was thinking for myself and I really looked into, took inventory of my feelings, took inventory of what felt good to me and my thoughts about things and why did I think the way that I think, I wouldn't have put myself in that position. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure I did a video. I can't remember all the videos I've done, but I'm pretty sure I did a video on this. This declaration of independence and wanting to be independent and operating separate and not in collaboration as a union, being independent and doing it all on my own. I think I did a TikTok on that or something. I don't know. I don't think I did a video on it, but I had to look at that when I was in this space of like, I want to be independent. I need to do it on my own. You can't rely on a man. You can't do this kind of stuff. You can't rely on your husband, even though you're supposed to love him and be devoted to him. You know, you can't rely on him. But again, it's like, if you can't rely on your husband, who can you rely on? But you can't rely on a man. You can't do these things. I had to look at that belief, right? Because our beliefs create our reality. They're just mere thoughts. We talk about this in Manifesting Made Basic. Our beliefs are mere thoughts. I had to look at that belief and say, what is true about that belief? And where is it coming from? Because not being able to rely on someone and having to do everything myself was coming from a place of pain, loss, and hurt. And so I needed to heal that part of me and shift that belief that I can rely on someone, I can love someone fully, that I don't have to do it all my own, that I don't have to be burnt out, and these things. If you can't rely on your husband, the one that you're supposed to love and be devoted to, then who can you rely on? Like, I had to look at it. It didn't even make sense logically. Like, I had to look at those beliefs. And so knowing what you want is so important when it comes to, dating, relationships, getting married, and this kind of thing. Because if you don't know what you want and you go into dating, and I believe in rotational dating and having a rotation, if you go into dating, you'll be pulled in so many different directions about what they want and what they feel is right and what their standards, and you'll be pulled in so many directions, you'll be confused. And I talked about confusion energy and not knowing what it is you want and not being decided on what it is you want. That confusion energy, that wobbly energy, that not knowing energy leads to chaos. It will be manifested in your reality as chaos and discord. Okay? So it's important to know what it is you want, hold to that vision, and hold to your standards. Like, we shouldn't be asking questions about what is it that they want so I can be that for them. No. What is it that you want? Stop saying, well, they say this and they say that. I'm confused. No. Yeah, you are confused. You're right. You're right about that. You are confused. You need to know what it is that you desire. What feels good to you. Not what the TV says, not what that man over there says, not what they said over there, not what they said on social media. What is it that you want and what feels good to you? I had to look at it myself because I had been operating from a place of, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what they said is good for my relationship. This is what they said is right. But it didn't feel right to me. And so I had to look at those beliefs. I'm like, where they're having their stories, they're having their beliefs, but what is it that I believe? What is it that I believe? And this whole I can't rely on someone, it's coming from pain, it's coming from hurt, it's coming from loss. Do I want to continue that with my life? Do I want to operate from pain? Because if your belief is coming from pain and hurt and loss, and that's manifesting in your reality. That's how you're operating in your life. You're operating from a place of pain, hurt, and loss. And so, healing the beliefs and thoughts that need to be healed, and I've done plenty of videos on what is the healing that, and really feeling into what feels right to you. You know, I experience burnout, I experience pain, I experience not feeling fulfilled. I experience all of those things. And I had to get to a place within myself and ask myself, what is it I truly wanted? What felt good? And another thing I will say is that, you can work with life. Life has a beautiful way of operating and being. Life has a beautiful way. It's beautiful, of being. I was watching a podcast and the guy was like, I'm learning how to be a farmer. Now, nature works in a certain way. I can intend for my farm to be abundant and grow and be abundant and, like, I don't know what they do on farms, but be abundant in cultivating the land, and this I can intend and cultivate the land and stuff like that. But I also have to work in harmony with the land. Like, I can't intend for the land to be something that it's not, that is not natural for it. I have to work with the sun and the rain and the soil and the things like that. I can intend for it, but I have to work along with it as well for it to be abundant. And so that's another thing that you have to kind of look at. Life is harmonious. Life is life, and it's been that way since the beginning of time. And so working with life and being intentional, you can still be intentional, being intentional with your life, but working alongside with life, is so, so important. So what is it that you want? If you wish to embrace your femininity, your feminine energy, what is it that you desire? What is it that you want to feel? Be clear on that. Hold to your standards. Don't let other people tell you who you should be. And I think that's so, so important that we start talking about it. Now, I just kind of like skim. I always typically just talk about feminine energy and I skim like the surface, but it goes so deep. It goes so deep. And when I started embracing my feminine energy, I saw how it affected my children, us as a family, and how much stronger we were together. And so that's important. That's important. And I'm committed to being an example for them, And so those are things that you should look at and consider when it comes to, finding a partner, manifesting your dream guy or your dream marriage and things like that. Is how do you want to feel? What does that look like? Not just, feminine energy is kind of fluid. Yes, it's fluid. But there's a part of it that's strong. That's hold to your standards, know what it is you want, and don't settle for less. Okay? And work with life. There's so many different energies that are. I've talked about several of the energies. There's lunar energy, solar energy, there's sexual energy, there's all sorts of things that are life. And so working with feminine energy and masculine energy, now working with life and being intentional and having good intentions, so important. Anyways, that's all for this video. I know it's a little bit of a rant, but I felt like it was so important. I watched that TikTok and I was like, man, no. No, no, that's not what we do. That's not what we do, okay? It's good that people have the things that they want, but what is it that you want? What is it that you want for your life, okay? What is going to feel good for you? That's important, okay? So that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this girl chit chat. Just want to be real, honest about that. Like, it really took me off. I'm like, girl, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? You're talking about like everybody else, but what is it that you want? Be clear on that. Anyways, Manifesting Made Basic on ambermarieturner.com. Check it out. And if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on manifesting. I do it on feminine energy, parallel realities, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I think you'll like it here. So definitely subscribe, like this video, give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. And I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.